Hello everyone and welcome back to Everything Tech, and today we are going to locate and save all of the wallpapers that are in Windows 7, 8.1, and Windows 10. I don't know about you, but I've always wanted to hold a hard copy of all of the wallpapers in Windows 7, Windows 8, and Windows 10. And the reason why is because if one day, for example, I like a wallpaper from Windows 7 and I'm running Windows 8, I can always get that wallpaper from the operating system that I have saved and use it on another operating system. And when I used to run Windows 8, I used to have this wallpaper running Windows 7 because I've always liked this wallpaper. It's very subtle. It's not too harsh. And most of the stock wallpapers in Windows 8 aren't really my favorites. But today we are going to locate them in Windows 8, Windows 10, and Windows 7. I'll do all of them separately, but at the same time I'll also be hosting a download link on MediaFire where you can download each individual set of wallpapers from each operating system. So if you want all the wallpapers from Windows 7, I'll have a link for that. Windows 8.1, I'll have a link for that. And Windows 10, I'll also have a link for that. As well, if I can, I'll bundle them up together and have it as one big giant download so you can get them all at the same time. Anyway, the first thing you want to do is just go to My Computer. I like going to the little folder here and then navigate to My Computer. But if you like going to the Start and going to My Computer through there, you can do that too. Once in here, you want to go to Local Disk. And once in Local Disks, you go to Windows. Once in Windows, you should locate the folder named Web. And it's W-E-B, capital W. And once in here, you see it right away. Wallpaper. And this folder, you can copy it all and just keep the wallpaper folder as the main folder containing everything. Or you can just dig through it and pick what you want. And like, for example, architecture, you can see all of the architecture. Let me just make this bigger so we can all see that. So move this to extra large icons, and you can see here all of the wallpapers that are in Windows 7. Architecture-wise, my favorite is this one and this one over here. Those two are my favorites. And to have the full raw image with the metadata, nothing beats it. You can always find these online, I know that, but you never know, they might have done something to them. Here they all have their metadata, including the author of the picture, and you can see that by looking below here in the information. Will Austin took this picture. Will Austin took that one too. Gregor Schuster took that picture. Will Austin. Andreas Sternberg took that picture, and John Goldings took that picture, and it's the full raw image, so it's 1920 by 1200. You can locate it online at a bigger resolution, but that's just upscaling the original file. These are all the raw files. I will be renaming them though, so in case you don't have icons like I do here where you can see the picture, you'll know what it is, because I'll be naming like this one Space Needle, or this one over here White Building, and you can always look through that. If we go back, we go to characters, and one of the main wallpapers that I liked when I first saw Windows 7 for the first time, and again, let me make this bigger so we all see it, was this turtle wallpaper here. I've always liked this wallpaper here because it's something different, something completely different compared to all the previous wallpapers and all the other Windows operating systems. But you also have all of these other ones. I don't think they ever use this one, or you can't even select it, and it's here for you to use in its entirety in full resolution, so you can always select it from here too. If we go back, you can also see the landscapes. For example, this one here of, I believe it's the Grand Canyon. Don't take my word for it. I've never really been to the Grand Canyon. I really wish I have. And ice on the pier, or not ice on the pier, ice on the beach here. Or one of my dad's favorites was the waterfall. He had this one for like a long time. You can always select these from the settings, but if you want to have this wallpaper in Windows 8 or Windows 10, there's really no way to do that except downloading it online. But I will be providing the full resolution raw images, and by raw I mean the ones direct from the operating system for you to download. No upscaling, no nothing, because I like raw in its entirety. Here we have other ones like the flowers. And these are all the wallpapers, even some that I haven't even seen before. I've never even seen
When you
these.
download this, or when you see in your operating system what wallpapers you have, you can dig through these, including the stock Windows 7 wallpaper. And that's how I got the Windows 7 wallpaper on my Windows 8 machine. I had this as a backup in my hard drive. And scenes, of course, you get these beautiful modern art pieces here. I like this one. It's very, I don't know, there's something about it that I like. I can't really describe. Or this one, perhaps, maybe that looks something out of like Windows 8, before Windows 8 was around. And little windows here. I think they were trying to hint at something and no one really caught on. But those are the wallpapers that you'll be able to download for Windows 7. I'll jump into Windows 8 and we'll see what wallpapers we're able to have from them. Alright, so here we are in Windows 8. This is actually Windows 8.1, I believe. So we're just going to go into our desktop and you're going to do the same thing. Basically, it's the same step for all the operating systems. I like to go to my file here, but if you have another way of getting to my computer, you can use that too. But this folder down here takes you to this PC. Then we go to local disk C. It's always going to be your C drive. They're all in your C drive. And then you go again to Windows, and you're going to locate the web folder. You may have to scroll down. Don't scroll down too much because there's several files after all these folders. And here is the web folder. I don't think I have single click folder options activated, so I'll have to double click. But here we are, wallpaper and screen. Now these are two different folders. Screen will have all of your lock screens. If you like a lock screen like I do, I like the Seattle Space Needle lock screen, and you can find it here. If you like the piano, it's there too. Go back, you can find all of the wallpapers, including the stock Windows 8 wallpaper. In case you're running Windows 7 or Windows 10 and you want wallpapers from Windows 8, if they're going to be in here. And no, I don't want to rename the folder. Flowers, all of the lines and colors, and of course the stock Windows 8 wallpaper. That's the thing about Windows 8. They didn't really have as many wallpapers as they did in Windows 7. And those are the wallpapers for Windows 8. We're going to move on to Windows 10. Alright, so here we are in Windows 10, the final operating system we're going to cover today. And the steps should be the same, and they are the same. I've already gone in and checked to make sure that all the steps are the same. And any way you want to get to my computer, you can do so. You can do so from the flag and go to File Explorer. You just click on File Explorer. It should take you to Quick Access. And then you go to this PC. Of course, after Windows 8.1, it's this PC, not my computer. And again, you want to locate your C drive, which is right here. You go to Windows, and you locate the web folder. Alright, so after scrolling down just a little bit, you find the web folder. It's the same web folder that you find in all the other operating systems. So click there, and we have three options now. We used to have screen and wallpaper, now we have 4K. If we're going to leave 4K for last, so we're just going to jump into screen. And these are all the lock screens that you're able to put on your computer. If you have a tablet, just plain blue. Yes, this is just plain blue. So if you download these from MediaFire, and you see that a picture's just plain blue, don't think that I cheated you out of something. It's plain blue as you see here. You got the guy on a bicycle going down a mountain. We got the lake. We got the cave. We got the biplane. And we also got this really cool one. This one's really, really cool. I like this one. It's like inside of a cave, and then the colors. It's a really nice picture. And to have that raw picture, nothing beats it compared to getting it off the internet. So we're going to go back and we're going to go into wallpaper. Again, I don't have the single click to open folders. Flowers, yeah, pretty self-explanatory. They're just flowers, and most of the, I think this one carries over from Windows 8, if I remember properly. Alright, so we go to Windows, and it's the stock Windows wallpaper. Now, the thing with this one here is that it's at a resolution of 1920 by 1200, I believe. But if you jump into, I'll show you in just a second when we see these last few wallpapers here, and these are the stock wallpapers you're able to choose from. Now, if you want to get this wallpaper here, but the resolution that it comes at is not the one you wanted, like let's say here, I'm actually going to click on Info. Okay, let's see, Properties. You're going to see, let's see if we can tell you the details.
1920 by 1200 is the resolution at 24-bit depth, 96 dots per inch. It's not really the best if you're running a 4K display or a Quad HD display like I am, 2560 by 1440. So, like I said, left a 4K folder for last. The name gives it pretty much away. These are all different versions of the same wallpaper at different resolutions. So again, we jump into here and we can find it in portrait wider, and 1280 by 768, and 2560 by 1600, as well as 3840 by 2160. So let me just make these bigger, and of course, because these are bigger pictures, it tells you right away that they're bigger pictures. 3840 by 2160, that's the largest you can get out of this one. And 2160, let's see the properties for the 4K. I know the other one was 96 dots per inch and 24-bit depth. I'm sure it's probably going to still be 24-bit depth, but the resolution is higher. So it's the same thing, but the resolution is much higher. And that's how you get all the wallpapers from Windows 7, Windows 8, and Windows 10. Now before I leave, I'm going to tell you that I did encounter some problems with hosting the files through MediaFire, and it wouldn't allow me to give you the download link because of course it's a big file. It's not an individual file, so it's not going to allow you to download it. So I decided to go another route, plan B, and I am going to be hosting the files on Dropbox. I'm here to show you how to download them in case you've never downloaded anything from Dropbox. It's pretty straightforward, and I do have the links here. Everything's the same. I have the links for the whole packet, as in you get Windows 7, 8, and 10 in one folder, or you can also download individual wallpapers from each operating system. Now we're going to do all Windows, and let's pretend that this is the description. You're going to see the links and you click on them. Because I can't click on this here, I'm just going to copy it, but let's pretend we're going to click on it, and you should open a new tab automatically, and it should lead you to this site here. This is a all Windows wallpaper folder, and you can see here Windows 7, 8.1, and Windows 10 wallpapers. They're all here. When you download, you go up to download and you download as a zip, and once you download as a zip, it's going to tell you download and save directly to your Dropbox by creating a free account. If you're signed in, you're not going to see this, but you don't have to sign in. You can just click here to no thanks, continue to download, and once you click on there, it should start downloading your folder. And if you're on a Mac, it downloads quickly and it starts decompressing, and after it's done downloading, it's going to start opening the zip file. As you can see here, it's opened. But if you're running this on Windows, you may want to download 7-zip or have any other program that reads zips. And as you can see here, I can access all of the wallpapers, and they're all named. I had to go in there and rename them, so if their names are not as accurate as you think they are, or the names are not as they're supposed to, this is just a simple description of what the picture is, just so in case you don't have any thumbnails and you just see the names like I see here. You know, brass facade, curved facade, dimple building, iron bars, space needle. Okay, I want the space needle. And then you can open the picture separately without having to open each individual image separately. And all of the pictures are there. None of them were dropped. Windows 10, all the 4K ones. I just named these Windows 10, and I may have forgotten one or two, but they're all the Windows 10 images in different sizes, including the 4K one. That's it for today. Thank you all for watching, and see you all in the next one.